Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So buckle up because today we are diving into a story that's shaking the very foundation of trust in the US government. In a shocking turn of events, Elon Musk, yes, the Elon Musk has just been granted full access to the federal government's payment system too. That's right, the most powerful financial tool in the country used to monitor and disperse government funds is now in the hands of one of the most powerful, controversial billionaires. This unprecedented move was reportedly authorized by none other than Scott Bessent, the US Treasurer. Now, this decision has sparked outrage across the nation, and for a good reason. Earlier this week, David Brick, a longtime civil servant and self-proclaimed American patriot within the Treasury Department, refused grant Musk access, citing that it was illegal. Somehow, that didn't stop this from happening. Why is this such a big deal, you may ask? Well, according to the information I've gathered, this move could allow the government, or should I say Musk, to reject payments to certain places or organizations. Think about that for a second. The power to control where government funds go, now in the hands of a private individual. This has left a lot of Americans furious, and honestly, can you blame them? I've gathered some clips from TikTok showing how people are reacting to this bombshell news. Take a look at this. I'll be right back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. Watch this.
Elon Musk needs to be stopped. Like, can someone go get Evil Knievel out of the Oval Office and from around anything that has to do with the average day American? Because why does he keep trying to access Social Security payments? Who elected him officials to do that? Who told him he had security clearance to be all up in everybody's shit? He's a different type of evil, because after they would not give him access to the federal Social Security payment accounts, he went around to the back door and went through an HR. So he went through the HR department. Do you know how evil and sneaky you gotta be on a corporate level to say, oh, okay, you won't let me, see everybody's Social Security payments that come directly out of all the Americans' checks? So I'm gonna go and through the HR back door. For the last 2 weeks, this entire administration has been trying to allocate extra funds from the Americans, and I don't think y'all realize when we told y'all it ain't no extra, we meant there's no extra. So Elon, back the out there, because nobody told you to go in there. Doge, all y'all, I wish I would look up and my Social Security is 12 times the max is supposed to be. Pinky and the brain need to sit down now. And they're saying that he really wants to control treasury payments, and the reason he wants to do this aren't good. So basically, he's been in the background, firing the federal workforce, offering deferred resignations, and replacing longtime civil servants with his personal lapdog. Here we are on Friday, it's only Saturday, and the highest ranking career official of the Treasury Department decided to resign because of Elon Musk. Because Elon Musk kept asking him, since they got Trump inaugurated, for the pass keys to the King system, and he was saying no. Why he resigned? Did they threaten his life? Nobody knows. That is billions of dollars of liquid cash that comes directly from the American people, and Elon Musk and his goddamn sidekick do not need to have access to that shit. They don't. Gonna try to turn the world's treasury system into crypto or some dumbass shit like that. Can we just have 5 minutes?
It was never China that we had to worry about. In case you missed it, there's most definitely a coup happening, which escalated last night. From Alt National Park Service, Elon Musk's staff has been caught installing hard drives inside the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, the Treasury Department, and the General Services Administration, GSA. His staff encountered resistance when demanding that Treasury officials grant access to systems managing the flow of more than $6 trillion annually to programs like Social Security and Medicare. Tensions escalated when Musk's aides were discovered at OPM accessing systems, including a vast database known as the Enterprise Human Resources Integration, EHRI, which contains sensitive information such as dates of birth, social security numbers, performance appraisals, home addresses, pay grades, and length of service for government employees. In response to employees speaking out, Musk's aides locked civil servants out of computer systems and offices, with reports of personal items being searched. Hundreds of millions of people rely on this social service system daily. Reminder, Elon is not a federal employee, nor has he been appointed by the president, nor approved by the Senate. It's a coup. And it's not just this that makes it a coup, by the way.
So if y'all haven't heard already, Elon Musk is trying to get
a hold of Social Security access. Meaning, if y'all don't know what that means, Elon Musk is trying to have a control, maybe whole control, partial, a part, a piece, you know what I'm saying, of the Social Security money that we pay the government, that comes out of our fucking checks, that we get taxed on. Now, once again, Elon Musk is a regular, schmegular dude, bro. How has he come so far politically? And how would he even be up for question to be able to have access to Social Security funds? Now, I don't know if it's because him and Donald Trump are not seeing eye to eye right now, and he's trying to see if he can one-up Donald Trump in some way, somehow, or show him something. But I hope and pray they do not get this man access to no Social Security funds of the United States of the people. Like, that shit right there would cause so much. Oh, my God. Like, he would have so much power. Like, he already does. He already does.
You know how we always talk about PR moves and things like that? Well, so we all knew that the Trump tariffs had an actual date attached to them. We knew that he was going to implement them, like he said, on the 1st, right? So if we think about the moves that people have been making, and we look at the ones that Elon Musk has been making, and he finally gets access to the treasury information, right? The OPM main information about all the payments for Social Security and Medicaid and all the different government contracts, right? He gets access on the night, midnight or wherever. I don't know what time it was, but he gets access to all the information. But it happens to coincide with the day that the tariffs are actually going to be set in place and he's going to sign the whatever, right? So it's no coincidence, because which headlines are going to run the roost? The tariffs, right? People need to wise up and understand that when he's putting out dates, our felon president, you know how people like to create a diversion, right? Don't look over here, we're robbing the bank. Look over there, you know, that electricity company just randomly putting up a new line, right? So the screaming about DEI, 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 right, was the red flag. The date had been set in place. Kind of like when we were talking about the date of TikTok going down, right? Everybody knew that date. So set in stone, right? Like I know you guys already do, because you are following me here and you're following along the loop of all of our critical thinking just kind of playing itself out. Any dates that he is setting out, we have to be looking at what he's doing other than what he's saying in and around those dates, because he tells on himself, this is the date of the heist. You have to know the date of the heist. Look at the date of the heist, meaning these are the tariffs, because he knows that really and truly down deep in his heart of hearts, he'd be like, I'm joking, I take back the tariffs, but the heist has already taken place, right? Because he got enough people to look over there while the heist was taking place over there. Do you see what I mean? So, don't be that person that's not hip to the game. The gravy train is already flowing in their favor. Yeah, already flowing in their favor. My biggest thing is, do you know who actually suggested that we all flock to Red Note? I really want to know, because in the back of my head, I'm thinking, was that planted that we would all go to Red Note? The great idea? I don't know now. But we do know that PR is dumped on Friday, and that great big takeover of OPM, and then all of a sudden we've got the tariffs, and every leading headline is about tariffs. Not the great robbery that's probably happening right now with everybody's Social Security, Medicaid. Oh, bleh. I know it's too much. It is all too much, but you know what? It's February, and I think we are going to be doing some great things.
An unelected and unaccountable Elon Musk wants access to the treasury payment systems. If you're not alarmed, you're not paying attention. You better wake up. This fight is not horizontal. It's vertical as fuck. You better pay attention and wake up, especially if you have disabled and or elderly relatives. If you don't know, the Treasury payment system is critical. Why? Because it delivers Social Security checks, tax refunds, and Medicare benefits to Americans. What he plans to do at this point, if he gains access, is unclear, but we know he's looking for $2 trillion in cuts. Now, if he gains access, here are a few things that can happen. Government funding can be frozen, in which there was an attempt this week. Programs that working people depend on would have heavily impacted those populations. However, a second federal judge has blocked that funding freeze. Elon can also get his hands on the Do Not Pay system. That's a list of blacklisted contractors. It also gives access to who the government does business with. Let's not forget that Elon Musk made his billions off of government contracts. He would have the power to place his competitors on the Do Not Pay list. He would also have the power to remove his friends from the Do Not Pay list. But he wouldn't do that because this is merit-based, not DEI. This is a conflict of interest if I ever saw one. According to polls, 52% of Americans see the grift and they don't approve of Elon Musk. The other 48% are out there rooting for him. But one thing we know about that 48% rooting for Elon is they are not millionaires or billionaires. And the part of that 48% that is living below the poverty lines, they have a lot of faith in thoughts and tariffs, believing somehow that's going to lift them out of poverty, not knowing they're about to get hit with higher prices. But I digress. Talk about irony overload. And those people who say tariffs will not raise prices in America, get your head out of your ass, okay? Do you think business owners are going to take an increase for you and absorb that increase and not pass those increases on to the customer? Are you serious right now?
Elon Musk, who nobody voted for, and the Department of Government Efficiency, that is not actually part of the government, has full access to the Federal Reserve payment systems, the federal treasury system that controls payments through Medicare, Social Security, government contracts. Seem to remember Elon being the beneficiary of a lot of government contracts, but always wanting more anyway. Wouldn't it be nice if he could just access those systems and withhold payments to his competitors, divert those funds to himself? Guys, what we have going on right now is a coup. Donald Trump is not the president. Elon Musk is operating a shadow government. He has subverted the entire governmental apparatus of the United States. It is not hyperbole to say he has taken over this country, the richest man in the world, with access to the deepest pockets in the world.
All right, everyone. So we've reached at the end of this video, but let's be real. This conversation is far from over. Like you've all heard, Americans are living in fear at this moment. And honestly, you cannot blame them. Like one commenter put it perfectly, like, is the country sold to the highest bidder or what? I mean, seriously, is that even legal to hand over such a position to someone who wasn't even elected by people, the majority of Americans, who, like, this guy wasn't voted for? Like, what's going on here? This isn't just about Musk. It's about the integrity of the American entire system. Let's break this down more further. Musk even qualified to handle government positions? Like, I've got so many questions. Like, why isn't Congress doing anything about this? Where are the checks and balances? Like, this is the United States of America, okay? It's not some dystopian sci-fi movie, but lately it's starting to feel like one. The fact that this decision was made behind closed doors without public debate or oversight is deeply concerning. It's like we're watching the rules being rewritten in real time and not in a good way. People on TikTok are saying a lot of things about this. And honestly, I don't blame them. There's a lot of I don't blame in this video, so please bear with me. Like one person said, America has always been on TikTok, like the app, like the American government has always been on the app TikTok, rather China, saying that they want to steal American data. But the US has only one person to worry about right now, and that's Musk. And you know what? I wanted to say they might be right, or they might have a point. They're actually right. Think about it. Like, Americans have spent years about worrying about foreign interference, like the government, okay? About data breaches, about cybersecurity threats. But now it feels like the biggest threat might be coming like from within. You get, okay? Like, I have a lot of things to say about this, but I'm trying to hold myself because this app is being censored a lot. But I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you guys think? Is America turning into I'm running out of breath. Okay, is America turning into a comedy? Because it's starting to feel like you guys, we are watching a bad reality show where the stakes are way too high. This isn't just about Musk. It's about the future of the, US as a country, the democracy and the trust you guys have placed in these leaders. How can you guys expect to maintain any semblance of order when decisions like this are made without transparency or accountability? Please drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think this is the beginning of something bigger, or is this the moment we look back on and say, that's when everything changed? Let's have a conversation about this, because at this point, silence isn't an option. Pardon me. We need to demand answers. You guys need to demand answers. You need to hold those in power accountable. And most importantly, you need to make sure that your voices are heard. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please stay peaceful, stay informed, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. But before you go, guys, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, go on, guys. Subscribe to this channel. Engage in this video by leaving your thoughts. Say something in the comment section, and like and share this video. Boast your girl here, boast your sister, your brother from another mother, and I'll definitely see you in my next video. Stay peaceful.